Hi, my loves. It's your girl Jay, the Juju Bae, aka Black Libran Goddess, and I'm back at it again with another tarot reading. This time, this is a reading for my singles because guess what? It's February, and February means two things. One, Black History Month, so happy Black History Month to everyone watching this, and two, Valentine's Day. Now, these are timeless readings, so even though I'm recording and posted this in February 2023, you can watch this reading anytime. The month after, like March 1st, 2023, or February 2028. It does not matter. Whenever you come across this reading, this will be exact reading for you. If you are single and looking to mingle or looking to stay single, I don't know, because I don't know what the cards are. I did something different this time for my pick of cards. I picked out every single card. I don't think, well, I don't remember I've done this before. It's been so long since I've done a pick a card. If you follow me, you know what's up. So all you have to do is, first and foremost, each deck here has one, besides these main cards here, have black owned or black created decks, and so I'm very excited about that. I always leave the decks I use in the description box below, but this time I'll also be leaving links to where you can get these decks directly from the author or from the publishing site. These are non-affiliate links. I get no money or anything whatsoever. These are just decks I love and that I love to share with all of my fellow tarot lovers. So if you enjoy this reading, or if you enjoy looking at these cards, please make sure you go and support all these lovely and wonderful creators. I adore these decks, and we all know how sparse it is finding black created and black owned decks in the spiritual community. So I hope this is just for those of you who are looking and curious and want to do readings for yourself, or just want to support or gift a gift to your fellow tarot lover in your life. You'll have the opportunity to do that. Yeah, so basically I think that's it. The rest of the stuff is just going to be unfolding as we get into the reading. I have not seen these cards. Some of them flipped over when I did the reading, but I didn't focus on them because I want to use my intuition to read these decks. And speaking of which, I suggest that you too also use your intuition to choose a deck. You can choose based on the images of the cards here that are presented above you. You can choose based on the the numbers of the time stamp below. However feels right to you, but as long as you are choosing your intuition and not just using your physical eye. In order to go to align with this reading and to help choose what deck you want to use, I suggest you take a deep inhale, hold it for about 30 seconds, and do a slow inhale, and then ask your spirits and your guides to help you choose whichever deck or decks, because you can use one or all of them that resonates with you to give you a message that you need right here and right now. So once you do that, you can pause this video to do that, and that take as long as you want to. But once you've done that, click on the link timestamp below in the description and choose whichever reading is to your liking. So this is pile number 1, this is pile number 2, and this is pile number 3. So let's get into it. Hi, pile number 1, welcome to your reading. As you can see, the readings are going to be reversed for you because I'm trying to read it from my angle, but I will hold the cards up to the camera so you can see what they are. So I'm going to put these cards to the side and these to the side, and just pull out, start with your tarot cards, and then I will pull all these additional cards later on in your reading to see how they connect to your tarot pull. So let's see what you got. First card here, we got the Judgment card. Second card here, we got the Six of Wands. We got Death in reverse, and we've got Temperament in reverse. I'm going to show you these cards once again. That's your first card, Judgment. That is your second card, Six in reverse. Your third card, Death in reverse. And your final card, Temperance in reverse. I'm going to say a quick little prayer, and then we're going to get right into it. Great Spirit, I pray that you guide me. Allow me to read these cards accurately and honestly. Guide my intuition so that I can be so I can guide and offer advice to all those who may pick pile number one. This I pray, amen, and I say, and amen. Okay, so what's to be for your love life, pile number one? All right, so first off, what I'm seeing here is I'm seeing a lot of past energy just being just like fucking dropped. Like, I'm seeing you being over something. I'm seeing you coming to a place where you might have, maybe you are, I don't know. I'm thinking for some of you guys, you probably have just gotten out of a relationship, and maybe this hasn't been like the very best relationship for you. It probably was very tough. Probably was very trying. For some of you that have not been just getting out of a relationship, this might be the energy that you've been in for a while. You've been single for a while, and like none of the options that's coming towards you have been very good. Let's say you've been, everything has just been, yeah, right. You're just sick and tired of it. You want real, true, genuine love and affection. You want people to stop playing with you. Hold on, let me see, because I don't know if this camera is blurred for you guys. Let me see. I'm trying to adjust the camera, but it's not really working. I hope you guys can still see the cards, and if you can't see the cards, I hope, have mercy with me, guys. My setup is not the way I would like it to be currently, but I'm trying to be patient, and I'm keeping the faith, and I'm hoping you keep the faith with me, and I'm hoping you can still connect with the reading regardless. So anyway, like I was saying, for those of you who have not just got a relationship, but you have been trying to do the dating thing, and you've been really frustrated, really tired, really exhausted with the dating scene, actually. I'm seeing that you're getting to a place where you're looking for something genuine, for something new. You're probably having to move past these you're moving, you want to move past where everyone around you is sort of just like fake. You want something genuine. You want something true. You're looking for something real. This is why you have a lot of these cards in reverse, right? Because you're not just like going along. You're not just like trying to do, just playing along with the game. You're just really, you're maturing. And as you're maturing, you want someone to mature with you. You're like, look, at the age I am now, I'm looking for someone who can hold me down. I'm looking for someone who's there for me. I'm looking for someone who can care for me. I'm looking for someone who understands and knows what I bring to the table and can meet me where I'm at and help push me further, that we can push each other forward. So you're past the whole just settling for anything. In the past, there might have been people who told you, especially those who just came out of relationships, your past relationship might have been one where it was somebody telling you, just hold on, just keep going, just give it a chance, and you might have done that. You might have gave it chance after chance after chance, but after a while you were like, you know what, all these chances and nothing's changing. They're not changing, the situation isn't changing. I'm no longer I feel like I am just sacrificing constantly, and for what's the point, what's the purpose of it all? And so I'm seeing you getting past that place where you're just allowing certain things to happen, where you are taking care of yourself, and that includes whom you're letting into your life, who you are letting access to you. You are not playing the field in a sense. Like, there seems to be, it's like everyone around you is like playing some type of game, and it's just, like everyone's like, no one's being upfront about what they want, no one's being upfront with what they're saying. Everyone, people say one thing and then they're doing a whole nother thing, and you're at this place where you're like, I know what I want, and I'm only going to chase down the people that want what I want. And you're not afraid to spend some time apart to get it. There are some of you are taking some time out to find out exactly what it is that you're wanting. You might have been playing the dating scene, like you're just you're just dating around, and now you're realizing that maybe you want something more substantial, something that can really fulfill you. And so you're taking a step back and finding out what exactly that is for you, not based on what society is saying that you should have, what you should chase after, or what your loved ones are saying that you should chase after, or what you have thought you wanted in the past. So, like, you're revisiting, you're reanalyzing what your goals and what your desires are. And because you're doing that, a lot of stuff is flipping around for you, right? You're meeting newer people that are coming at you with different type of energy than you're used to, and even the people who come at you with that old type of energy, you're not allowing it. You're not playing into that field. You're breaking some hearts, and not in the cruel kind of way where you're toying with people, because that's not what you're doing. That's not what you're about, pal one. But what you're doing is you are just really truly, you're over, you're allowing yourself to say no more often. You're saying no to stuff you don't want so you can say yes to the things you do want. And the things that you do want are things that are focused on you, things that pleases you, things that make you happy, because you're like, life is short. And I don't know how long I have in this life, but I know I'm not going to spend, I don't want to spend the rest of this life playing around in these type of ways, playing around with these games, playing around, not knowing what I want, and more importantly, not chasing what I want, not going after what I want. So this is the love energy that you're in, pal number one. This is where you're moving to. This is where you're transpiring to. This is where all of your energy is being shifted into during this period. And let's see what we have here. We have reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that it will all work out for the best. So yeah, you're really taking this reflective period. And for those of you who are single, who, like I said, who have just got out of a relationship, maybe you are just in a temporary break or something. But if you are in a temporary break and you're seeing yourself as single, that probably tells you all you need to know about the relationship. But you are taking some time, you're taking some space, you're taking space from either the relationship that you just left out of, or just taking space from the dating scene in general, because you're taking some time to reflect on yourself, to look at yourself and see what you want and what you desire. Manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become a reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. Yes, so you guys are really, not only is this period a good time for you, but it actually is benefiting you. All the work that you're putting together, all the work that you're doing is actually manifesting miracles, so to speak. And I think I'm really, like, I put saying miracles in quotation marks, is not because I don't believe in miracles. I absolutely do believe in miracles, but I think it's because, like, I'm saying it because, like, for you guys, like, finding someone that gets you, or finding the someones, because I don't know what type of relationship that you're looking for. You could be looking for a polyamorous relationship, or you could just be looking for people, or partnerships. It doesn't even have to be romantic. You could be looking, you probably like, you know what, I think I'm actually looking for friend groups. I'm actually looking for different types of love this time. So whatever you're looking for, it may feel like a miracle, because there was a part of you that felt like it could never exist, because there's a part of who you used to be that felt like these people don't exist. You're not looking for perfection, which I think is really good. But you are looking for companionship, connection. You're looking for something deep, for something real, for something true, something genuine, something authentic. And, you might have been searching for that for a long time, even before you even recognized what you're looking for. And it might have seemed like it was something that probably could not have happened, which is why when it does happen, when you actually do come across, after this period of reflection, or even in this period of reflection, oh, now looking a little bit clearer, thank God. So when you actually do come across it, it feels like a miracle. It feels like something you're like, wow, this is amazing. Wow, this can't be possibly be true, but it is true. You manifested it, you wanted it, you went after it, you created it. And so congratulations, you get to have the true companionship that you want, however way that you define that. And the last one we have here is balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. Yes. And I feel like this is, guys, is what what you guys are what y'all are really looking for, what y'all are really working towards. A good balanced relationship, right? You don't, especially if you've been in a relationship where it was so one-sided, where you've been doing all the work and there seemed to be no reciprocation, or maybe you were it was the other side where people were doing all the work and you didn't know how to reciprocate that love for them. And so you're learning how to do those things where you can have a balanced relationship where it's not perfect, because there's no such thing as perfect, but it's not um it doesn't have to be so hard all the time, because you are willing, and your partner are willing, our partners are willing to come forward and have agreements, really, to understand each other. It's a relationship where you can say, hey, this, that, and the third. I feel this, that, and the third. I feel this type of way, and actually feel heard in ways that you probably hadn't before. And vice versa. Your partners could come to you and be like, hey, I'm feeling this type of way. And they feel, oh my goodness, and they feel heard in ways that they probably hadn't before. So this is a really good time. This is the type of stuff that you are looking for. You're manifesting this miracle relationship, this so-called miracle relationship, because it's probably, it feels so new, so unique to you, but you are actually manifesting something wonderful, something that is full of balance, full of love, full of understanding, full of support, full of care. And you're doing that by initially putting your foot down and saying no more. Like, once you said no more to whatever happened in the past, you get to you start to redefine something. You start to shift and change for the better, for the benefit of you. All right, let's see. I'm going to flip over this card, and it says Nagami. This is the desire card. You see that? She's gorgeous. This is a gorgeous deck. I'm going to read this from the book. So I'm going to pause right quick, flip to the book, and then I'll be back. All right, Nagami. She's the goddess of desire from the Ashanti and Akan people. Nagami is the triple moon goddess of the Ashanti. Every new day, this mother goddess rebirths the sun, shooting life into us with her moon bow. Her lunar rays illuminate souls. Her guidance says, "Dream bigger." Yes, puny desires constrict you. Your desires create your life, so allow them to flow boldly. Yes, this is really good when we're talking about dream bigger. We're talking about your reflection and you're manifesting your miracles. It's like you are allowed to dream bigger than you've ever thought before. You are allowed to, you know, sometimes you feel like you might have felt like, okay, I have to be really realistic with where my goals are. I have to be really realistic, and yeah, I'm a big fan of realism. Like if you know me, like I'm like, let's be realistic here. Let's look at things realistically, and then let's add some hope to that, right? Like I'm a big fan of realistic thinking, and I don't think it's, you're not being realistic by dreaming bigger, right? So you are allowed to say, okay, I want a relationship that looks like this, and believing that you can get a relationship that looks like that. Like, dream a little bit bigger, expand your views, expand your view of realism. Like, why does realistic have to always include something cruel or something difficult or something hard? Like, life itself is going to give you those things, so you don't have to put those in your dreams, right? You don't have to. You can be like, I want to be a multi-Grammy award-winning artist, without having to say, but I also want to, like, I understand that I'm gonna like, one album's not gonna sell really well, and I may lose a couple. Like, why would you say that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's just an example. Like, but why would you say that? Like, just say, I want to be a award-winning Grammy, most winning. It's like, have the number of Grammys you want to win, and write the art for the what award you want to win for. You see what I'm saying? Like, dream bigger than, dream bigger, dream outside of the scope that you originally allowed yourself to dream into, because those limiting dreams have let you have a limiting life. And Nagami is telling you to go after your desires, dream bigger for your desires, get outside of that limiting belief. Her embodiment is, what do you really desire? Get specific. See it, smell it, feel it, call it now. What you desire desires you. Yes. That's how you're manifesting your miracles. Come on, pal one. Y'all about to make me fight y'all. Come on. Does your desire flow from love or fear? Does it flow from love or fear? Manifestations that come from fear-based desires keep you safe and small. Desires that come from your soul expand your world. Goddess declaration, what I desire desires me. That's something very important. Your desires. I really like that they said that we have fear-based manifestations, we have fear-based desires, that they're not saying like you're going to create like this huge monster in the world and destroy the world because you're just walking around with fear. Like, I don't like when people say that, but I do like that the writer showed you that sometimes when we have those fear-based desires, it keeps us small. It, because like I said, you start looking at it in such a realistic lens that you limit yourself from going after bigger things, right? It's saying like, oh, I want a nice place to stay, but I'll just have a studio apartment. Like, okay, but what do you truly want? What's your real true desire? If your real true desire is like, you know what? I want me a nice big loft apartment, or I want me a penthouse apartment, then go for the penthouse. You don't have to settle for the smaller or the easier, more convenient pathway because you think that that's the only thing that you need, or that you should go after. This is the time for you guys to get out of the what I should do and what I'm supposed to do and go for what I actually truly want. What are you looking for? Define and create the life that you want. What's the love life that you want? Create it. Create it, pal number one. You don't have to sit around and just settle for something. Especially, like, why would you settle for half-baked love? Like, come on, my loves. I believe you deserve more. But do you? Do you believe? What's your desires? Chase those desires. So I put my iTunes on shuffle, and I shuffle 3 times per each deck, and I chose one song, whatever song it landed on. I was like, whatever song it lands on, I'm going to use that song, even if it's not a romance song, whatever it is, I'm going to use it, and then I'm going to go through and randomly pick a section of the lyrics. So luckily, all 3 pals picked really good songs, because like for like back that ass up could have came on for a pal. Like let's just be real. Like, this whole reading could have been bound by backing that ass up. So what you guys? You got Gwen Stefani's "The Real Thing," and the the lyrics I landed on was from the chorus. It says, "Don't go away, my love. I want you to stay in my life. Don't go away, my lover. I'm happiest when we spend time." I kind of like that. I really, really like that. I feel like this is you guys. Well, this is a really good way of how you can be manifesting the love in your life. Is someone who is consistent, someone who makes you happy when they're around. But also, this is a period that you, because we saying this while you're doing your in a reflection period as well, where you are, you're standing back and you are taking that energy back into yourself as well. Like, in what ways have you neglected yourself? In what ways have you passed have you stopped yourself from having the true love and the desire and the wants and the what ways have you like left yourself? Have you left the love that you desire? There's so much times that sometimes we're looking for outside love, but we forget to also look for inside love. And there is so much inner love that we can do, like the love that we share to other people, especially when we just like overly just like throw all our love onto other people, that we forget sometimes to bounce that love back. And so this could be reflection. This could be reflective of the love that you're looking for in other people. This could be reflective of the love you're looking for in friendships, or what type of companionship you're looking for. This could also be the love that is reflective that you're looking of in yourself. So whichever way, just remember those words. Don't go away, my love. I want you to stay in my life. Don't go away, my lover. I'm happiest when we spend time. That's sweet. I love that. That's so nice. And we've come to the end of your reading. Look at this. Like, so far my clock is like, what, giving us 20 minutes, I think. So that's pretty good. I'm really, really happy. I'm proud of myself for actually saying what I need to say and not wasting so much time like I'm doing right now. So the end of your reading, I also went ahead and pulled uh, a confirmation card, because like I said, I like to do all my readings with confirmations with words of encouragement. And this one from the I Am Everything deck is: I am whole. I am perfectly created. I am a wonderfully unique individual. Every lesson I have learned, every risk I have taken, and every achievement I have made contributed to who I am. Because of that, I am whole. I love this for you, pal one, because this is something really important, especially when you're taking that time to reflect. And also going in with the lyrics card that we got here, it's really important to know that you are whole, but also knowing that the relationships you're looking for should not be relationships that complete you, but complement you. And this is something, if you guys have been in relationships for, or your previous relationship, or you just come out of a relationship, whatever you ever type of way that you've navigated your relationships, this is probably something that you have to come to understand, that you've always been looking for someone. You might have been looking for someone to complete you without understanding that you are already a complete person. You're not looking for your better half. You are a whole person of your own. You're looking for someone to complement who you already are. Someone who can encourage you in your moments that you're down, the moments that you forget who the fuck you are, right? So you're not looking for someone who makes you a whole person, because you already are a whole person, a whole and wondrously made person. So this is where you should go for in pile number one, is when you're taking this period and taking this time to really reevaluate what you're looking for in your life. Remember that you're coming from a place of self-love first and foremost, that you're looking for someone who complements you, not completes you. You're looking for someone who are moving forward. You're letting your truest and greatest desire guide you. You're not just deciding from what is safe or what somebody else says you should have, but what you truly want. And so this is all I'm having for you, pal number one. I am loving this reading for you. I am hoping the very, very best for you guys. Let me know how this reading hits. Leave a like and a comment down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And please remember to go support the creators of the deck, the African Goddess Rising deck, the Mahogany Tarot deck, and the I Am Everything Oracle deck. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, loves. Pile number two, welcome to your reading. As you can see, the cards are facing me because my setup is still kind of junky at the moment. I am not knocking it. I'm waiting for Spirit to bless me. So the cards are going to be facing me so I can read them accurately, but I will be showing the cards to you so you can see what they are. So I'm going to be pulling out all the cards and explaining here, but I'm going to start reading your tarot, and then I'm going to be using all the other cards later to supplement your reading. So let's get into it. Yeah, let's see what we have here. So the first card we have here is the Star card. The second card we have is the Three of Cups. The third card we have is the Six of Swords. Ooh, you might have also chose the first pile. They also had the Six of Swords in reverse. The fourth card we have is the Fool in reverse. Ooh. And the final card we have is the Devil upright. So again, those are the Star card, the Three of Cups, the Six of Swords in reverse, just like in the first pile, the Fool in reverse, and finally the Devil card. All right, so I'm going to say a quick prayer and then we're going to get into it. Yeah. Great Spirit, I pray that you give me guidance. Anoint my mouth and anoint my hands so that I can read these cards accurately and honestly and truly for everyone who comes across and picks pile number two. Let my words be words of encouragement and help as so is needed. This I pray, amen, and I say, amen. All right, so you have a lot of cards here. What's that? 5 cards. All right. So what I'm seeing for you guys, pile number two, I'm seeing that you are in a place where you are healing from some old past relationships. You probably have been single for a while now, or again, like Pound and One, probably just recently single. But whatever the issue is, you have been really, truly, you've been through it. You've been through it, pal number two. And I don't know why I laugh, because that shit's not funny, but you've been definitely through it. And the good thing is you have survived it, probably more so than you had ever even knew. I don't think people have actually known exactly what you've been through. Um, I think probably the closest people to you probably have. There are some really deep connections you have here. I'm seeing maybe you have some really good friends, and maybe you've told them about the things you've been through. Maybe you haven't. This would be a really good time to open up to them. Be allow yourself to heal by speaking through them, speaking to them. This is a time where I feel like with this devil card. Now, usually, in depending on the type of reading, if a devil card comes up, depending on it, and in romance readings, I'm like probably sometimes pretty good. It's usually a card that I like to say it means you have really great sex life, you're really connected. It again depends on the reading. In this reading, I feel like the devil card is just what it says on the tin. It's a very bad card, and it's a card that it's booked in by the star card at the beginning. So I'm seeing it's something that is still kind of like chasing you. It's this old energy, and it could be trigger warning for those of you coming up, trigger warning, but it could have been a past abusive relationship, and abusive in any type of way, and that type of relationship had kept you had made you so unsure of yourself. It kept you bound, definitely. Kept you attached to this person, attached to the ideas in which they claimed you to be. Like, they took your voice away, they took your power away. And some of it doesn't have to be as cruel as that. It could have just been a relationship that you had held on for so long. Maybe it's, for some of you guys, it's something that you've been in for a very long time, a relationship that you've known for, like, let's say they could have been, you could have been high school lovers, and this is the only relationship you've ever had, and you haven't met anyone else, and you didn't think that there could be anyone else, and then maybe they cheated on you, and suddenly everything that you knew about who you were, you realize it had been tied up in this person. And so this person is kind of like this connecting chain. You might have had children with this person. Y'all might have been living together. So that's the reason why there's such a huge why this devil card is still so tied into your life, because it's still there. There's still either trauma from it, or some kind of connections that you can't quite break free from. But the good news is, I do see you guys are coming to this place where you're starting to heal now, where you're starting to find groups and connections and people that center you, that helps you to heal. So you're not just healing on your own. You probably had to do so much stuff by yourself. For some of you guys, you feel it's kind of like, I have to take my licks. I did this thing, I lived this life, I have to take whatever can come my, this is just the me reaping what I've sown. And I feel like that's kind of like the energy that you were in, right? And that could be because of, like I said, again, trigger warning for those you in an abusive relationship. That's not even your voice. That's the voice of the person who abused you, saying those things like, I wouldn't treat you like this if you didn't make me treat you like this. And I'm gonna tell you right here, that's absolutely not true. Of course it's not true. They chose to treat you the way they treat you by their own actions, and instead of standing up for it, standing up to it, they just, put it off on you, right? Like, I could not be a piece of shit, but why hold myself accountable when I can divert the blame to you? And then, so you spent a lot of times walking on eggshells around them, making sure that, okay, if this offends them, then I won't do this. If that offends them, then I won't do this. And I can tell you right now, from experience of growing up with a verbally and emotionally manipulative father, there's nothing you can do, because at the end of the day, you know, it still is what it is, because you can do everything like they ask and it still won't be enough, because the things that is nothing about you, it's internal for them. For those of you who came out, if you're very fragile, or you've been out of relationships for a long while, for those of you like who's in a long time relationship, forever long it was, and this person cheated on you, lied to you, um, was dishonest, whatever this devil card can represent, whatever that feeling came up when you signed her the devil card, that is what you are, that's what you know. These things have been bound and holding you down for so long that you've actually been afraid. Like, this is like it could also be for nuns, of course, those who are in the different relationship scenario than the first example I called out. Not example, shit. In the abuse, I'm trying not to say these words again, because I'm still trying to be very careful to not to upset people, but I'm just going to say what I have to say, and then understand that everything I'm saying comes from a place of love. So for those of you who have not been in abusive relationships, but you have been in unsupportive relationship, uncaring relationships, this devil card acts like a ghost card. And what I mean is, it is kind of like this lingering energy that's been around you. So it's been following you through every relationship, because like I said, if you had a partner that you've been together for a long time and they cheated on you, or whatever they did, they really took and abused and misused your trust. That's been kind of lingering. So even with any other relationships you went to afterwards, you've been sitting in this place like waiting for the other shoe to drop. Even if the relationship has been good, you're waiting for the other shoe to drop. And some of you guys, you just went ahead and dropped the shoe yourself. You were like, yeah, I don't like, you're being really nice to me, you're being really kind to me, but I don't know why, and I'm just going to go ahead and shut it down before you get a chance to. And maybe they weren't perfect, because no one's perfect, but you never really gave them a chance to show who they were, to show you who they could possibly be. And because you didn't allow them that chance to show themselves, prove to show themselves genuine and true, it's like everyone's kind of like living up to the idea of them that you thought they were, right? If you think everyone is out to get you, and you moving from a place of trauma and hurt and pain, then every person you run across is going to live up to that expectation, right? It's like, oh, these people are just going to hurt me. So, you're going to be looking for it. It's basically what I'm saying. You're going to be looking for that pain. And so that's how this devil card shows up for a lot of you guys. It's like, you can't get away from it, even if you want to, because it's always kind of there. But now you're moving to the place where you're like, okay, you've done the work, you've realized what this devil card energy is, and you're moving forward to living a truer life where you are standing more strong in yourself. You're being the reverse fool here. You are, the fool is a card that begins off on a journey that they don't know what they need. They're just like, I need to get out of here. So they're running, and they leave with nothing but what's on their back. It was on their little knapsack, and that's probably just enough of bread for a couple of days, and that's it. They don't know what they're going to encounter. And the fool is, full of excitement and joy, but they're also very foolish. It's a very young and experienced type of card, where the journey itself is the goal, but the realism of life hits them, and that's how they end up becoming the magician here. You're coming from a place where your naivete towards what relationships look like and what they should be, where your inexperience has shifted and has changed. You're a more mature and more experienced person. And I like that this fool card is right before the devil card, because so now when this energy is coming for you, you can see it right up front. And it's not just you coming from a place of pain, where your pain and your trauma is answering, but the maturity of you is answering as well, where you can put like hard stops, so you can be like, no, I recognize this. And you're coming from a healed perspective, a place where the love that you're looking for is not just you running from something. You know, you're more running to something. You're going after something. You're now in this place where you are either you are healing or you have healed, because you have, again, with the Three of Cups energy here following your star card, you have good support systems that are encouraging you, that are there to help push you forward, help to move you on. And that is so wonderful for you, because now you're in a place where you can embrace love in its true and genuine form, where you're not hiding from it, or where you're not calling every relationship by the devil card's name. You know, you're not sitting around here afraid of opening your heart again because it has been wounded or harmed before. Now you're like, I know what I want, and I know how to recognize certain things, and I'm allowing myself to love better and to be loved better. That's the most important part, is that you can allow yourself to be loved better. You're not just being wounded by this devil card. In fact, let's just move this devil card out of the picture, because this card has no part in your life anymore. You know, you're not running away from anything. You're embracing everything that you need. So this devil card is the energy that we're cutting right off, and that it's no longer haunting you. It's no longer trailing against around you. It's no longer defining the love that you're seeking for. Now you know exactly what you want, and you're able to finally go after that and embrace it. You're able to finally embrace it. So let's see what other cards we have here. When it comes to the matter of heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. Yes, pile number 2. I love that. This is something really important, because for a lot of you guys, I feel like you had to have this moment where you basically have to forgive yourself. And if you hadn't learned how to do it now, it's just a really good time with this healing energy that you're moving in, where you're learning to forgive yourself, and you're learning to not look at things in such a black or white, either or type of dynamic, right? You are looking and understanding what love truly is, because you've had the experience of knowing what love wasn't, what love isn't, whatever that old dead devil's card used to be. That's what love wasn't. And so now you're learning, like, this is not what love is. Now I can understand love more, and as you understanding more, you're expanding your definition of love more, and you are allowing love in more forms to come into your life. This is why the star card and the Three of Cups card are right next to each other. You are allowing love in every type of way that it can come to your life, in the truest, genuine way, to enter your life. And I'm loving that for you. If you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind. For the heart is the gateway of the soul. Yes, the heart way is the gateway to the soul. This is something else that you're working on when you're talking about when we're talking about you and your healing. You're really asking yourself these questions, like, if I could do anything, if I can be anything, if I can have anything, what would it be? This is you really looking at your desires. This is something pound number 1 also had to look at where their desires were, and to speak those desires, and speak it from out of a place of fear, which keeps our desire small. But look at it in the fullness of it, allowing ourselves to go after the big desires that we want without fear. So you're allowed to do that too. Pile number 2 is to figure out what it is that you want, what desires are dwelling there, rooted deep within your heart, deep within your soul, your very soul, and chasing down those desires. And that's a good way to help you heal. Looking at what you truly want, finding your voice after having your voice dictated, controlled, silenced, or connected to something else or someone else for so long. Who are you now? Pile number 2. And what do you stand for? What do you want? What are you looking for? What are you longing for? This is really the important time for you to learn this. This is the period in which you're doing that. And while you're doing that, you're embracing, again, like I said, love in all avenues of your life. Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. Yes, you're refining your joy, pal number 2. You are refining, redefining, shifting your joy all around you. You are embracing joy in all its forms. This is so good for you. This is so looking good for you. Oh my gosh, I can't even, I can't with you, pal number two. I'm just loving this energy that you're in. Okay, so these three cards, I'm going to be reading from the books. I'm going to show you what the cards in, then I'm going to pause and pick from the book and then read you from there. So we have a Queen of Sheba, Secrets Revealed. Okay. We have Yemiya, Awakening. And then we have ASEAN, Miracles. And if you chose power number one, you might remember that it had a card in there that talked about manifesting miracles. So again, if you had thought about choosing power number one, and didn't choose it, go back and look at power number one. There might be some messages for you in there. If you did choose power number one and you're coming to power number two, then some of these readings are just extra words of confirmation. But let me pull out these pages in the books and then I will get right back to you. Okay, so starting with the Queen of Sheba, she's the goddess of secrets revealed, and she's from Ethiopia. In the Bible, the wealthy Queen of Sheba brings a cavern of gifts to King Solomon. The Ethiopian holy book reveals that she was their Queen Makeda, and that together they sired King Melanek I. Her guidance is, open your eyes, secrets are being revealed. It is safe for you to see the truth. Your inner vision is crystal clear. Oh, yes. Yes, this is really good when we're talking about secrets being revealed. This is really good because there's a point when you're doing your healing. The secrets of yourself to be revealed, the secret of these past relationships are being revealed in a way that you understand how they were traumatic, how they were harmful, how you are not at fault for the treatment of other people. People choose their options, they choose their actions, and someone else chose to do you wrong, to do you dirt because of their own occurrence. So in this healing period, this is you understanding, and it may feel like a secret being revealed because sometimes certain things are just like, when we don't understand and we don't know certain things, are we get used to people behavior. Sometimes they seem like very secret things because we don't know what's going on in the person's mind. So all we know is what their actions and what their words are saying. And sometimes those things don't even line up. Like a person say they love you, but their actions aren't showing you love. And then so you might end up thinking, okay, well, maybe this is love if this is what their actions are showing. But then as you start learning and unlearning things, you start realizing, like, no, their actions were violence, their action was cruel, their actions were hurtful, their actions were mean, right? And that's not what love is, because love shouldn't have to feel like this. Love, when they say love hurts, it don't mean that. Loving people in itself is now to understand that eventually people leave us because they pass away, but that our love is so great that it can transcend even death, right? But knowing that eventually physically they have to leave, that's where the love hurt comes from. But having to sit and stand with people, having to sit in other people's mistreatment, that's not where the love hurt comes from. That should not be what love is, and that should not be the hurt that love brings. And so that is one of the secrets that so-called secrets that are being revealed to you. It's more that you are realizing and understanding these truths that might have felt hitting from you, because for whatever reason you've been, either, if we're talking about with the abuse, for those who came out of abuse relationships, that they have been, bastardized and shifted and misused and abused, or whatever way. For those of you who come out of bad relationships or unsupportive relationships or whatever, it's this kind of same thing where these relationships have, fed you false narratives of what the person was the false narrative of what the person was wanted, and now you're understanding like what they truly wanted. They said they wanted A, B, and C, but what they really wanted was 1, 2, 3, a whole nother thing. Her embodiment is, you don't know what you don't know, okay? Your creator, ancestors, angels, spirits, and ascended masters are whispering to you. This is divine intelligence. Pay close attention. There are things you do not let yourself see. Allow yourself to be guided. Choose your own path. The God's declaration, I'm connected to the divine. This is a really good period. We're talking about this 3 of Cups here, and we're talking about support systems. Your support systems are both in the physical and in the spiritual realm too. So this is a really good time for you to lean on your ancestors, your guides, on a great spirit, on your deities, whatever. Lean on them. Lean on your close family and your friends, the people who have shown up for you and who continuously show up for you. Um, Allow yourself, when we're talking about also secrets revealed, allow yourself to tell them, to tell those things that are not easy for you to say, to speak. Like, this is what happened. This is why we're no longer together. This is why I had to leave. This is why I've been acting like this. This is why I've been single for so long. This is why I've been afraid to look for relationships. This is this, that, and the third. And like, pray for those communities to show themselves up where you can find comfort, where your secrets will be held and cared for, so you're not just sitting around afraid. That, again, like the second one says, you're, you know was it the second one or the first one? Yeah, the first one. Like allow yourself to have your definition of love expand itself. Allow love to be expanded to you. Allow your definition of love to grow. Allow your loving inner circle to grow and blossom. Our next one is who's she's Jimiya, and she's the goddess of awakening. She's is from the Yoruba and Nigeria. The goddess Jimiya controls the ocean, the amniotic fluid that nurtures us before we know ourselves. The healing, loving energy of this Yoruba mother Orisha never leaves you. I love that. Her guidance is wake up. Awaken now to your true self. Yes. Are those tears of joy or sorrow? Let them out. Yemiya swallows your tears. Do not be afraid to, when you're in this healing period, cry it all out. Yemiya is there for you. If you already are a practice a practitioner of Ifa and the Orisha tradition, or whatever. You don't have to be Ifa Yemiya herself, but just know this is the energy where you are free to express your pain, your hurt, your sorrow. You are free to mourn. You don't have to come out of these relationships and be you don't have to be Supergirl. You don't have to be Superman. You don't have to be a superhero. You can be human and allow those feelings to express themselves. And when you're allowing those feelings to express themselves, that it even includes the uglier ones, the uncomfortable ones. Cry as you need to cry, because crying is healing. That's what we need to do to move forward, to heal. Her embodiment is you are vibrating at a higher frequency, so you see everything differently. This is the goddess rising. You're waking up, and once you have experienced awakening, you can never go back to not knowing. Yes, this is in connection with the secrets revealed. Like, once you realize what the lies were, once you see what the truth is, you can never go back. Right? This is, like I said, you're at the reverse full energy here. You know better now, and because you know better, you know how to what you're looking for, what you're seeking for. You can do better now. This is a really, again, like I said, when we're talking about being forgiving yourself and being kind to yourself during this period, this is what's really important. Do not punish yourself for what you didn't know. As like Queen Asheba said, you don't know what you don't know. Right? If whatever you didn't know, you know now, right? You didn't know then, but you know now, and now you can move differently. The path of awakening is not straight, comfortable, or easy. Remember that. You have chosen to lift the veil and have a real relationship with the divine. You didn't come to transcend this world while you're living in it. You came here to dig into the soil, plant yourself, and grow. This ascension is your divine purpose. Goddess declaration: I am receiving and radiating love. Yes, say that again. I am receiving and radiating love. This is your love reading for you, pal number 2. This is less about what kind of romantic love is coming in your life. This is about you returning to the love for yourself, returning to the love of your deities, your ancestral team, the love of the people in your life. This is you opening yourself up to all those other forms of love in which romantic love might have hurt you, and romantic love tried to break you, right? Tried and failed. And finally, we have Azion, and she is the goddess of miracles from Haiti. She's a Mambo priestess, and she is the wise Iwa queen of the market, riches, and sacred initiations. Respect her as the highly venerated spirit of the first priestess. Her guidance is you are a magnet for miracles. Yes, you are a miracle. You are, pound number 2, you are a miracle. What if you truly allowed yourself to believe? All things are possible. Dare to dream bigger. Her embodiment is you claim you want miracles, but you take an I'll believe it when I see it approach. Definitely, I definitely feel like power number 1 came here too. But what if you will see it after you believe it? Believe that you deserve to be, to do, to have the world you want for yourself. You can be your true self, do what awakens your soul, and have your desires. This is life's miracle. If you haven't witnessed your miracle yet today, ask for it and allow it in. God's declaration, my life is full of miracles. Yes, ask for those things. And like I said, if you don't know if you have a support system, ask for it. Simply just ask. Just simply ask your ancestors, your guides, like, please give me the support systems I need to heal, to move forward in a loving space. All right. And so we're almost done with your reading. So what I did was I hit shuffle on my iTunes 3 times, and I picked a random song, and I said whatever song is going to land on, I was going to pick it, which I'm really glad all the choices, like I said, in pound and 1, because it could have been anything, because I got some music on my iTunes which should not be in any type of reading. So and once I picked the song, I chose random lyrics. Random lyrics. I just kind of like closed my eyes and pointed, and whatever lyrics were on connected to it, I hope that it was words that could connect to the reading. So for you guys, we got Rebe Jackson's Centipede, which is a really bomb song if you haven't heard it. And you have the final verse, the outro, which is when the time is really right, is when the centipede is crawling, he'll be crying in the night, so many tears. Crying like a centipede. Like, I really like that, right? So many tears. It's because the centipede song is really about if I remember the lyrics, the full lyrics correctly, because I didn't play the song when I was doing it, but it's really about enticing something or someone where they'll be crying on your crying on their knees. And it's also about pretty much, it's kind of almost like a revenge song in some aspects, I think, if I remember correctly. But it's basically like basically someone who do you wrong, they're gonna be crawling on their knees like a centipede, and you know you are bigger than the centipede, so you have the more power over it. And so yeah, there'll just be so many tears shed, and you get to choose and decide what to do with those tears. You can embrace them, or you can mock them, right? But for you guys, I feel like this is is more of you guys during this period where you feel so small and you're working and healing, and there's so many tears that you're still yet to release, or something, or yeah, some of the tears you let to release. This is a good period of comfort, of healing, of joy, because this is you embracing love in all its forms, and allowing love in all their forms to re-enter into your life, to make you to get you back to that place where you can see that you are a whole person, and you've always been a whole person, no matter how whatever this devil card represented in your life tried to make you to be, right? You are so much more, so much wonderful. You are a fucking walking miracle. You are a beautiful and wonderfully made person. And finally, I'm ending this message out here, 30 minutes, pretty good time, with a words of encouragement. And this word of encouragement is, I am receptive. I'm open to new ideas. I'm willing to try different methods, and I consider alternate viewpoints. I welcome intellectual stimulation. I am receptive. So be receptive to the new energy that's coming into you, this new way. This may be for those of you who are while you're going in this healing journey, while you're trying to understand and heal from all this energy, be receptive of different methods than what you're usually used to. They may sound weird to you in some ways, but just try it out. You know, just like if someone's encouraging you to do some scream therapy, and you're like, oh, I I don't scream. Just try it out. Just do some screaming. But also be receptive and embrace the different ways in which all of these energies, these goddess energies, are coming to your life. The way that you are moving forward in your life, the way you are disconnecting from this old energy, and the way that you are embracing and blooming forward, moving forward and growing into this person that you're always meant to be. Be receptive of that, embrace it, and embrace the love and the wonder that is you. But this is all that I'm seeing for you, pile number 2. I hope this reading resonated with you guys, and I'm rooting for you guys. I know you guys will make it through this. You are wonderful. You have more than enough support coming your way. I'm praying that all the support that you need will reach you and find you without question, without doubt. Just if you like this video, leave a like or comment below. Don't forget to subscribe if you already aren't. If you're not subscribed, what is with you? Subscribe. Also, don't forget to support the tarot readings. This is the Tazama Tarot, and the African Goddess Rising, and of course the I Am Everything Oracle. So please go support Black creators during this beautiful Black History Month. And this is all that I'm seeing, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care, pal number 2. I love you. Bye. Pal number 3, welcome to your reading. If you chose this pal, well, that's it. You chose this pal. Good job. No, for real though. So if you chose this pal, I'm going to be using, I'm going to be pulling out these cards that I'm going to be reading later, and then I'm going to be reading the tarot deck, the tarot cards first, and then seeing how these oracle cards I already pulled relates to your reading. Excuse me, let's just get into it. So let's move this here. You there, you there. And how many cards I got here? 3. Let's move those there. And let's see what our cards are. Oh, also, I meant to tell you, I know that the cards are going to be upside down just so I can read it, because my setup is not perfect at the moment. Well, it's not where I want it to be at the moment, because perfection is a myth. So don't worry, I will show you the cards, flip the cards up to the screen so that you can read them on your own. So let's start. Number 1, the first card we have is the Tower card. The second card we have is the 9 of Cups. The third card we have is the 5 of Swords. And the final card we have is the 8 of Cups in reverse. So again, that's the Tower card. The 9 of Cups. The 5 of Swords. And finally, the 8 of Cups in reverse. So I'm going to say a quick prayer, and then we're going to get into this reading. Great Spirit, I pray that you be with me while I do this reading. Allow me to read accurately, honestly, and truthfully for everyone who could. Pal number 3. Let these words be words of healing, comfort, and support as they guide on their journey to finding and understanding what love messages that are meant for them in this time. As I pray, amen and ashe, ashe and amen. So, first and foremost, I'm seeing some shit being shaken the fuck up in your life. I don't know what's been going on with you, pal number 3, but I do know whatever is happening, it needs to happen. So if you've been you've been out there on the dating scene and the dating scene has not been happening, it's just not working, allow it. If you've been getting in relationships and breaking up and getting relationships and breaking up, allow it. Because what's happening right now, you're in a tower moment romantically, and people don't like tower moments because tower moments are not comfortable, but people keep forgetting that tower moments are important. I like the tower card in my Edgar Allan Poe deck, which I'm not going to pull out and look to show you, because the card is the House of Usher. And if you know the story of the House of Usher, it's a card that's built on secrets. It's the house built on secrets, deceits, and lies, and it's slowly falling down, decaying from its own weight. And so that is really what the Tower card essentially is. It's a card that where its foundation, I mean, because look at this card, it's a very foundation is a freaking cloud, right? And it's a rain cloud of that. So like, it's this foundation that is that at the point in time that it was built probably was, work for when it needed it, but as time progressed, it just became more weak and just unsubstantial, and so everything is crumbling and falling, and that's unnecessary because you don't want to be in a place where your foundation is weak, right? So what's happening is you are being moved from this place of where everything used to be before, where wherever you used to chase, whatever you used to attract, whatever you used to desire or want before is being changed, where your desires are shifting, where everything is really, spirit is like, I feel like spirit and your ancestors is like, I am sick of this person. Like, we are going to get it together for them because we keep giving them opportunities to get it together and they keep missing it. So we're going to do it for them. And so what they do is they're like, we're just going to gently ease in here and shake your shit up. And it's going to be uncomfortable for a while, because it has to be uncomfortable for a while, because you keep chasing after stuff that feels good but that isn't good. Like, it's a temporary good, and they're trying to give you a permanent good, which is why you got this Nine of Cups here immediately after that Tower moment, right? It's something, it's like, once you realize what the Tower moment is and what this energy is meant to do, it brings you immediately to this Nine of Cups, where you're like, okay, I'm so glad for that. Now I'm ready to receive. Let's show me what the love is supposed to be like. Let me show you what it is, what I'm really supposed to get. And so when that happens, it's like, boom, you got like the Five of Swords here, where you are not even entertaining like sudden shit. Like, you are so blessed in where you're trying to look for and where you're trying to go. You're not even entertaining anything else. You're like, like, I don't need this. I'm not, I'm not playing these games. I'm not, I'm not searching for anything else that may looks good that I don't want. You're really coming to this place in a mature way, where you are embracing the maturity of life, where you're embracing the maturity of love, where you are setting your standards in a different way, in an honest way. For Power 1 and Power 2, the word desire popped up a couple of times, and this is where you're really shifting your desire for you as well. Power number 3, I see where I believe you're thinking about what your desires are and where they might have been misplaced, why they might have been misput, or where they might have just been erroneous in general. Like, sometimes we think we want one thing and then we get it and we're like, oh, I don't want this. And then we're like, yeah, because that, you had to get it just to try. It's like, if you go to a restaurant, you're like, oh, this sounds good, this looks good on the picture, I'm gonna get it. And then you get it and you're like, what the shit is this? And then you eat it and you're like, what the shit is this? But you had to try it to see that it wasn't for you, right? Because you would have never known, right? You would have spent, and then you probably spent so much time like kicking yourself for not trying it. But but now that you tried it, you realize it wasn't for you, and you can move on. But I feel like for Power number 3, a lot of you guys are like, no, I can, this can be an acquired taste, right? And so you keep getting it over and over again, keep tasting it, and it fucking sucks, right? It sucks. It's disgusting. It gets ugly every time you look at it. It starts to taste worse and worse. And you keep telling yourself, no, if I just keep trying and I just keep, adjusting my taste, and your taste buds is saying, I don't want this. Stop it. What are you doing to me? And so that's what it's kind of like being for your love life. Is that you keep trying to make something that isn't working work. And so you keep finding yourself in these terror moments where something that you built up and that you thought was good, thought that was built on solid ground, realize it's built on a cloud, it's built on lofty dreams and desires that are not meant for you. They're not yours. They're erroneous desires. Like, maybe you are going after something because it's something that you thought you would want it. Did it look good? Maybe the plate that they served you looked good, and it still wasn't tasting good, but it looked so delicious, right? It's like how tiramisu looks good, but it tastes like shit. If you like tiramisu, I'm sorry. I mean, I guess, but it tastes like shit. It looks good, but it tastes like shit. Let's be honest here. Right? So it's something that looks good and you keep you keep trying to make it taste the way it looks. You keep trying to make it feel the way it is, which is why you got this tower and built in this tower built in some clouds, right? You have this lofty ideas of what something is, but what you're building is something that cannot sustain where it's being placed at. This building cannot, this tower can't stay in this cloud. That's why it's falling apart. That's why you have to jump shift immediately. And so your spirits and your ancestors and guides are keep trying to get you to make that choice, keep getting you to, but what you keep doing is you keep going back and keep building over and over again. So the place where you're at now is a place where you're finally realizing, like, okay, maybe I've been doing things wrong. And I can immediately hear your ancestors saying, like, oh, finally, finally. Admitting is the first step. And so, like, you're admitting that you're going about it wrong, and maybe you don't know what choice to take going forward. I just rubbed the ash from my candle. Why did I do that? It was stuck on my hand. Because I just did something wrong, something I knew I shouldn't have did, and did it anyway. But so this is a really good point for you to kind of like step back a little bit and allow this tower moment to happen, so you can see what's being broken down, what is being like, what is surviving the fall and what isn't. You know, because there are some things in it that might have been made well, right? Whatever isn't destroyed, find out what wasn't destroyed. Like, why wasn't it? Why did this thing survive? What was different about this thing that was different from something else? You know, like, and some of it may not survive at all. All of it needs to crumble. So, and that may lead you back to, honestly, I find it a joy to start back at the beginning. So now you can revisit your desires and find them in a truer way. So you can be like, okay, I wanted this person because they looked good. They look good on paper. They probably look good in the physical as well, but there was nothing there for me, right? That we never clicked. And I kept trying to make it work because, you know, I just assumed like we look good together. And it's like, okay, maybe you did, but maybe you need to find something more substantial, right? What else do you need? What else are you looking for? What else are you desiring? What can become, how can you go from just, you know, something that physically is something that physically looks good, but is not mentally, emotionally, spiritually fulfilling. Passion, a magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. This is what your tower moment is leading you to, because again, we have this 9 of Cups here. So you're going from a place where you are no longer just looking at something because it looks good, or it feels good for a moment, where you're going to something that is more substantial. So you're going to a place where something is magnetic, something that just draws you into it. This is the 9 of Cups energy, where you're really moving into a place where you know exactly what you want. And like one of the other cards, I think in Power 1, that said, whatever you desire desires you too. And that's really what it was happening here, is that now you're finally really focusing on what you truly want and desire out of your love life, Power number 3. And so now that's finally coming towards you. So you're not just looking at, you know, the pretty veneer, the pretty, you know, painting that's being presented to you. You're looking at something deeper than that, underneath that. What is going on here, what is being represented here. You know, there's nothing wrong with you being physically attracted to someone, but if you keep chasing a certain physical attraction, eventually you're going to want more than just that. Like, they're pretty, but what else is there to them, right? You can get someone pretty with death as well, right? You don't have to date someone you're unattracted to and just so you can get death. You can find someone you're attracted to and get the death, right? If you're only looking at, you know, the pretty face or the status that they award you, or one or something or other, you're missing out on a fulfilling relationship. So now you're actually going to a place where your passion is being ignited, where you're not just looking at, you know, some lawful idea, where you're actually looking at the true desires and goals that you want. And that gives you a passion where now you are no longer have to worry about when the time, what the time frame on this, like when is the clock going to run out, when's the next tower coming through and shaking you up and breaking you down, when's the next time this relationship is going to break. You're moving to a place where you're getting more substantial relationships, especially for those of you who really, really, truly want that. So this is really good for you, pal number 3. Freedom. There's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. Yes. This is what's really good about the Tower card moment too, is that you're actually moving more free, because you're unbinding yourself to whatever this idea created used to be, right? Whatever this idea is, you can actually free yourself from. So you don't have to be like, oh, I can't find happiness if I don't have a person who looks like, draw a picture, this is it, like, and they don't have this a particular thing, that I can't have them. Like, no, you're finding yourself free to embrace love and how it's meant for you, for words that is more substantial to you, ways in which, again, where you are moving in this 9 of Cups energy, but also in this 5 of Swords and 8 of Cups energy, where you're not fighting anymore, where you're not leaving behind, what is good and beneficial for you. You're moving towards something. You're not just accepting anything or chasing after something, but you're allowing stuff into you, and it gives you this sense of freedom, where it's actually finally a breath of fresh air, pal number 3. And I feel like a lot of you guys are gonna be doing that, especially when you're moving out this Tower energy, taking a nice deep breath, and you're like, oh, finally I have someone I can lay my head on, right, where the love I want, that I truly, truly want, can be reciprocated, and not just us enjoying each other's company for like a month or so, and then it goes sour, or enjoying a date or two and then it goes sour. Like, I can finally find companionship. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times, we must accept things as they are. There's no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. This is really good when I said allow that Tower moment. Listen, stop fighting it. Just stop fighting it. Let this moment be, because your people are really, they keep trying to shake up, like whatever they're trying to shake up in you, allow them to shake it up. Stop fighting. Accept it. Accept and embrace the change that is coming to you. It's coming to you because it's a change that is needed to be. It's a change that's needed so you can move forward to this 9 of Cups. You cannot get to this 9 of Cups without going through this Tower moment. So instead of quickly rebuilding after something's broken down, let it break. Let it be destroyed. Be like the people in the car and jump the fuck out of that window. Get out of there as soon as you can, so you can move into this 9 of Cups energy, so you can move forward. We have 3 cards for you guys. Oh, and the first card here is Gangang Sarah, Resistance, which I think is really key here to you guys being so resistant. We have Queen Nefertiti, I'm sorry. Alchemy, and finally we have Oya, Storms. Ooh, I like this Storms card with this Tower card. All right, so I'm gonna pause, pull these out of the books, and then I'll be right back with you, pal number 3. All right, for the first card, Gangang Sarah. She is the Shadow of Resistance from Tobago. The shadow goddess Gangang Sarah, the Witch of Golden Lane, blew into Tobago on a determined breeze from West Africa to emancipate her family. Her guidance is, you are scared that you're going to mess it all up. Ooh. You may have stumbled, but this is a new day. Learn to show up for yourself. Yes! Yes, this is where, that freedom card comes in. Like I said, this new period that you're moving in allows you to have more freedom. So you're showing up for yourself now by allowing this period to happen. You're allowing yourself to see what ways you've been detrimental, what ways have you been engaging in harmful practices, harmful beliefs, harmful desires that are keeping you from the love life that you want. Like, the only reason why you're not getting the love that you want is because your vision is so blurred by other things, maybe by societal standards, maybe by the standards of your family and friends. Maybe your family is telling you that you have to marry a certain person, you have to exist in a certain type of way, and that can get really frustrating because, like, let's say that you are a queer person and everyone in your life is saying like, oh, you need to, if you're gay, you need to marry a woman. You're like, and so you've been trying to be this person that you're not meant to be, like, so now Gangang Sarah here is telling you she's here to tell you to, you know, let's destroy all of that, right? We're gonna work. I'm working through that. We're destroying all that, so you don't have to exist in this other type of dynamic where you don't have to play this type of game where you're free to exist and be yourself, and allowing you to kind of like, you made your mistakes. Okay, fine, but now you're going to a place where you are more settled and secure in your desires. So those old paths, those old ways are gone now. Her embodiment is: you ghost your own dreams and resist your own magic. Stop holding back, worrying, and pretending to seek perfection that. All right, my camera stopped recording because my memory drive was completely full on my computer. So I had to clear off some videos, and so I'm gonna wrap this reading up. So where I was saying, so the embodiment: you ghost your dreams and resist your own magic. Stop holding back, worrying, and pretending to see perfection that will never come. When it comes to you stepping into your greatness, resistance keeps you stuck. Resistance blocks growth, creativity, and evolution. Resistance may look like procrastination, laziness, disorganization, excuses, or lack of motivation, but there are deeper forces at play. You're resisting the force you really are. The goddess declaration is: this is me, I show up. So yes, stop resisting this tower moment energy. Stop resisting the freedom that's about to be rewarded you. Accept and embrace it, because on the other side of that is, because remember that right after the tarot card, there's the star card. There's immediate healing right after that moment. So there's immediate healing, there's immediate comfort. So, and right after this card in your reading is the Nine of Cups. So right after that tower moment is a moment of abundance, of joy, of wonder, as we already see, a passion and freedom in your card. And as your cards already said, acceptance is really a big moment for you. So accept this tower moment. Accept who you truly are, what you truly want, what you truly desire. That's not based on just outside appearances or ideologies and belief systems that's been forced on you by society, your family, friends, or even your own fears or doubt. Next card is Nefertiti, and she is the goddess of alchemy from Egypt. She was a legendary Egyptian queen whose name means that beauty has come. Celebrated as a goddess and her husband's equal, Queen Nefertiti had a spiritual revolution worshiping Aten, the sun god. Her guidance is: it is time. You turn everything that life throws your way into gold. You're on a path to fulfilling your purpose. This is important. This now time. And everything you're turning to now is turning into true, genuine passion. Now that's the gold here. It's turning into freedom. That's the gold here. So now it's the time. This is time for you to stop resisting and start embracing. The embodiment is: you are an alchemist. You have the power to bend the universal energy. Dare to transmute lead into gold by shifting from fear to love. Everything you desire exists in some form of loving energy. Yes, match this frequency. See it in your mind's eye first. Imagine it. I am loved fully. What does it look, taste, and smell like to be loved unconditionally? I am happy and healthy. See it. I am a money magnet. What does it feel like? Goddess declaration: everything I touch turns to gold. Yes. This is time for you to take that old energy that you used to build the tower card with and build something new. Now you can build better foundations. You can build things that are more beneficial, things that make you happy, things that bring in joy, things that bring in the miracle of love and life and embrace and abundance, and embrace all of those energy now, instead of just existing in this way and that's what you used to think that you wanted. And now you can exist in this truer, more fulfilling way. And finally, last, we have Oya. She's the goddess of storms from Yoruba and Nigeria. Wielding her powerful sword of truth, Oya is the Yoruba goddess of storms, wind, and lightning. Storms being shift, rapid and uncontrollable change, and at time chaos. The winds of change are in motion. To every life, a little rain must fall. Personal storms clear away the old. Sometimes change moves slowly, at other times change is swift. For you guys, this change will be moving swiftly, because the second you stop resisting it, it's like It's like because you weren't too sure what's on the other side, you thinking you're holding back something bad, but you're actually been holding back like your blessings. And once you stop fighting it and allow something to happen, once you see that that tower falls, then you'll see there's a big, wonderful, amazing thing was being hidden by the tower. And so now you're like, you could be like, wow, wait, it's all this time I was afraid that something terrible was coming out of this, but actually something's good coming out of this. The embodiment. What would you like to change? If you're not actively changing it, you are choosing it. To make shift happen, focus on what you want. Stop giving energy to what is not working. Yes. The biggest thing holding you back is you. Yes. If you want people in life to treat you better, you go first. If you attract betrayal, stress, and strife, the common denominator is you. Beating yourself up is self-harm. Feel your feelings. Honor your journey. Tell yourself the truth and practice self-compassion. Goddess declaration, I make shift happen. Yes, you are. This is also because, like I said, your ancestors and guides are like, we've been trying to get this to this person. Hey, we're just gonna have to do it for them. Like they are honestly want to work with you, not against you. So this is a really good time for you to work in conjunction with them while they're moving certain things out of your way. Now you can call forth to the things that you genuinely truly want and deserve and need, right? Call those passions forth to you, call that freedom forth to you, and go live that life that you been wanting. Go get that love that you've been wanting, that's not bound by anything else, but that is bound to you by truth and genuineness and authenticity. So I put my iTunes on shuffle, and I clicked 3 times, and for each pal I chose a song at random, and then when I got to the song I chose lyrics at random. And I'm really glad at all the songs that came forward, because my goodness, with my iTunes it could have been any old thing, really. So the song for your pal is Mary J. Blige featuring Beyonce, Love a Woman. And again, this does not matter what gender you are or what gender your partner is. These are just songs that display energy. And the lyrics are from the bridge, and it says, gotta take your time. I said, kiss her real slow and get down and blow her mind. Say it one more time. Kiss her real slow and get down and blow her mind. Gotta take your time. This is really important for you guys. You've been spending a lot of time doing, this is really important. We're talking about passion. You've been a lot of time. Let me pause. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I'm sorry, I had to go do something right quick. But as I was saying, this is really important here. We're talking about the bridge of the song. Gotta take your time, kiss it real slow. This mixes in with that passion. And again, it doesn't matter what gender your partner is or what gender you are. This is all about taking your time and embracing the energy that you are coming into, the passion that you're coming into. This is a really good time for you to call forth that genuine loving passion that you want, and not just something, again, that looks good on paper, that looks good as a status, but that something that complements you, a relationship that complements you, a relationship where you can be your true, genuine, free self, a relationship that brings you inner peace, inner joy, love, abundance, and all its ways. You know, a love where you can be yourself, where you don't have to hide or anything like that. So this is what the really wonderful energy that you're bringing into your life, pal number 3. And finally, for our last card, we have your affirmation card, and your affirmation card is, I am bold. I speak my truth in a loving way. My courage to communicate my needs is powered by my love for myself and my love for others. I am bold. Yes. Pal number 3, this is it. You are being bold. You are stepping forward in yourself. You are speaking truth to power and power to truth. Yeah, so this is how you are really stepping into all of this new wonderful energy that's coming for your life, and it's going to be greatly rewarded with the 9 of Cups energy, where you are moving forward to wonderful love, with fulfilling love that you don't have to fight for, love that you don't have to doubt or to run from or hide quiet, or where you don't have to be in this repeat of this tower energy, where you can actually finally rest and rest in security and safety. And this is all that I'm seeing for you, pile number 3. I want to thank you so much for enjoying being here in this reading. I want to, if you like this reading, please leave a like, please leave a comment below, let me know what this reading resonated with you and what pile you chose. And also please subscribe if you haven't already, and also please make sure you go support the creators. This is the Tazama African Tarot deck. I hope I'm saying that right. The African Goddess Rising and the I Am Everything deck. So please go support our Black creatives this month and every month that you can. I love you guys, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.